Hello, it is me, that one guy who made one video talking about what they had a problem with Ranger. Next thing you know, it became a joke on my channel. I made another video, me even making fun of that fact, but it's still going, to the point even now where people are like, hey, they've changed Rangers and Tasha, is he going to talk about it? I feel like I'm trapped now and I have to, so I guess I will. Okay, here we go. Tasha's Guide to Everything is out. That is wrong. It is Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, but it is an easy thing to get mixed up with because it's kind of like Xanthar's in a way that it is basically a bit of everything. Now, it has races, some DM tools, some new spells. It has a lot. Like, I haven't done a book-to-book comparison yet, but it really feels like this book has even more than Xanthar's did, which is very impressive because Xanthar's was basically the Player's Handbook Part 2. Now this gives a lot, and I want to do a full actual video on it later while the topic's still fresh.
Chucky, my dear, you didn't post a video within an hour of the book hitting the shelf, so more than likely every other D&D creator's made one already, so you're a bit behind.
Thanks, Tiamat, I get it. Okay, then, I guess I'll make it at my own leisure, because I am already late to the party. So today, I just want to focus on the Ranger part, and they do a lot of good things with it, and that's what I want to talk about. Because, yes, I did it. I said something positive about Rangers. Are you happy? Now, what to get to first is, they do, I will say, they give a new thing called class features in Tasha's Guide to Everything. I did it again. I'm keeping it. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, they give you things called class features, which is instead of like, say, how a barbarian at 7th level gets the ability to have advantage on initiative checks, they could actually get a variant ability instead. If you don't think the initiative check is what you really want, you can actually take a different ability. So, that is something I thought was really cool, and this book gives you that. And I like it. More customization options are always nice. Not everyone's going to have the exact idea of what they want their character to be exactly based on how the book is. So, I like that. More customization options are nice. Now, Rangers, they gave up to twice as many as most of the other ones in this book, and the most. Like, there was a few that had kind of close to as many class feature options. They straight up overhauled Ranger. Like, this is basically revised Ranger 2. That's how good it was. It needed a sequel. So, to go from the very beginning, they even changed major parts of the class. Like, instead of your Natural Explorer, you get Deft Explorer. Which I feel like is a good thing overall, because part of the problem I had with Rangers is if you were in a combat-only campaign, a lot of their stuff is very limited. But this one, I feel like it gives you abilities that really relate to combat and outside exploration. Which Deft Explorer, you gain 3 abilities. 1 at 1st level, 1 at 6th level, and 1 at 10th level. First you get Canny, which is choose one of your skill proficiencies, and your proficiency is doubled, so you get expertise. You can also read, write, and learn 2 additional languages. That's cool. Then roving at 6th level, your walking speed increases by 5, and you gain a climbing and swimming speed equal to your walking speed. So that's cool. That really gives you a lot of advantages in a lot of terrains as it is. And finally, Tireless. As an action, you can give yourself a number of temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1 temporary hit points. You can use this action a number of times equal to proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses upon a long rest. So, all them pretty handy skills. Good for exploration and good for combat. I like that. Doing good so far. Next one is Favored Foe, and I actually like Revised Ranger of Favorite Enemy a lot better, because they did something neat that I kind of like, where it's basically everything becomes your favorite enemy, so it's really only a combat ability. And all it is you can mark an enemy basically like a watered down hunter's mark that you can do equal to your proficiency bonus, but it only does a d4 damage. It doesn't give you tracking benefits. So that, I think, was a kind of weaker thing. I feel like they could do something better. At the least, make it not concentration. But it's concentration. So, it's a neat idea, and it could work for some people, but It does go up as you level up, because it becomes a d6 at 6th level and a d8 at 14th level. The only benefit I could really see is if you don't have any cast of Hunter's Mark left, or you just didn't want to put Hunter's Mark as one of your spells. But it's alright. Next is, gives you additional ranger spells. It gives pretty much everyone additional spells, so it ain't too big of a deal, but it does give some good spells that really can help. In particular, it gives Revivify and Greater Restoration, which surprised me, which really buffs up a ranger's ability to be a half healer. And expanding on that, they also give you new fighting style options, which blind fighting, something all the other ones have as well. Druidic Warrior, which is you can learn 2 cantrips from the Druid spell list, and they count as ranger spells for you, which I thought was a really good idea. And when you gain another level, you can replace one of these cantrips with another cantrip from the Druid spell list. That is really cool. I like that. I feel like that gives rangers a lot of support. And they have one that actually no one else has, which is the thrown weapon fighting. And essentially, you gain what you normally would from the archery bonus of +2 to hit. You can get that on throwing weapons as well. So that's cool. I like that. Alright, and next is Primal Awareness. They changed it to Primal Awareness from Primeval Awareness, so I guess they went up in alignment. Wait, no, stay over. I got better material. It changed it to where there was a really game-breaking ability where you could just concentrate and find any of your favorite enemies within a mile radius. And because they changed up Favorite Foe the way they did, they kind of had to change that as well. They made it a lot more interesting, and in a way I like. Because what is now you gain these spells at certain levels. At 3rd level, you gain Speak with Animals. You gain Be Sense at 5th level. You gain Speak with Plants at 9th level. You gain Locate Creature at 13th level. And Commune with Nature at 17th level. They're added to your spell list, and you can cast them once a day without using a spell slot. That is an awesome ability to me. I really like that. And it'll pretty much give you some of the major benefits of Primeval Awareness without actually having to do that. So I like that. And I feel like that fixes one problem I had, is the ranger in my campaign spammed that ability anytime they were anywhere. So there were some moments where there was supposed to be a secret and he just found it. Because why not? Who needs secrets in a D&D game? I don't. And the final class feature is Nature's Veil, which replaces Hide in Plain Sight ability. And you draw on the powers of nature to hide yourself from view briefly. As a bonus action, you can magically become visible along with any equipment you are wearing or carrying until the start of your next turn. You can use this feature a number of times, equally proficiency bonus, and regain all expanded uses on a long rest. That, I think, is great. So, yeah. Now I'm sure what most of you are going to want to know is, how are the subclasses? And they're pretty cool. I like them. First off is the Fey Wanderer, and if a ranger is half a druid, a Fey Wanderer ranger is like 3/4 of a druid. It's pretty interesting. So, as usual, they gain some extra spells and some extra abilities, which is essentially, they're all kind of based around trickery, charm effects, stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. I like it. And I don't want to go like page per page, but if you're into that sort of thing, I definitely recommend it. It has a lot of cool abilities. And then there is the one that was really popular from Earth Arcana, which is the Swarm Keeper. The grossest subclass I have ever heard, depending on what you do. If you just want to be the villain from Big Hero 6, but with cockroaches, there you go. Yeah, it's kind of like that. You have this withering swarm of animals or small creatures just all around you. It makes my skin crawl, I'm not going to lie, but it's kind of cool if you're into that. To me, it's a little too real for how my grandparents lived. And the final feature they added, which I will admit I am shocked. To me, they fixed the Beastmaster, and I never thought I'd say that. They made the Beastmaster pretty viable. And how they did it was really cool. So, they gave you the new Primal Companion option, which they dumbed it down and made it to where you can kind of flavor this how you want, and gave you 3 options. You could be a beast of the land, a beast of the sea, or a beast of the sky as your companion. And I like that. So you can pretty much pick whatever. The stats don't matter. They're unique. And this kind of, the way they flavor it, it seems like it's kind of this fey hybrid creature mixed with the land. Because it describes it as a primal beast. So I imagine you could flavor as just a regular bear, or it could be a giant glowing mega bear. Whatever kind of bear you want. Or sea bear, or sky bear, the bumble bear. Now, to actually clarify what some of the major differences is, instead of normally how you'd have to forego one of your attacks to actually make it attack, it could just attack as a bonus action, or it'll do the normal companion thing where it'll take the dodge action on its turn. But you can use a bonus action to make it attack, or you can forego one of your attacks to make it attack. So it gives you more attack options as it is. That's nice. Also, each of them have pretty decent abilities and attacks. Because the Beast of the Land has a charge attack. The Beast of the Sky has a flyby ability, so it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it attacks an enemy. And the Beast of the Sea, it can breathe air and water, so what do you expect? But also it has a grappling ability when it hits. So each of these have a pretty solid ability along with what they can do. Each of them have the same AC, which will be 13 plus your proficiency bonus. But the Beast of the Land and Sea, they both have 5 plus your 5 times your ranger level, and that is their health. The Beast of the Sky is only 4 plus 4 times your ranger level. So the Beast of the Sky is going to have a little bit less health, which is also fair because it's a flying beast, so it makes sense. Other than that, most of them are pretty much the same, and I'm shocked. I really did not expect, of all things, the Beastmaster, the biggest joke about one, to become pretty awesome in the end. I mean, even Vexalia from Critical Role, probably the most popular Beastmaster, just straight up went rogue and hardly used Trinket toward the later parts of the series. It even became a joke in the series. So it's nice to see. This book thoroughly impressed me. I'm give it that. So in the end, what do I think? I like it. I genuinely do. I think it gave the Rangers a lot of needed versatility they needed. And to explain, while I do think they should have been the best archer from the start by default, obviously Rangers and Rogues are just at the point where they're at now, where Rogues are going to probably be the best archer regardless, just because they're crazy damage ability. So that may have been a standard on my part. But it did add something I really like, and that's the problem I majorly had, aside from the damage thing, was they didn't feel unique enough to me, if you can understand that, since with skills and how open some things could be, you could really make a fighter or a rogue or a blood hunter even to be even better than a ranger in certain areas. But this, I feel like, really sets Rangers apart, as in it gives them a lot of exclusive abilities that no one else has. And I like that, because they have some nature abilities that no one else has, so they can excel in those areas. That I'm okay with. And still, I maintain, Rangers, I feel like, are amazing support. They're just not going to be a main damage dealer. So this, I feel like, really sets them apart in their own little niche of an explorer that makes them even better. So, yeah, I'm really happy with it, how they did. It took them a while, but they finally got to a point where I think they really, quote-unquote, fixed Ranger. And that to say, Rangers, I feel like, weren't really the worst in the first place. Just, I felt like they always could have been better. I have maintained that through every one of my videos. Y'all may act like I don't, but I do. So, yeah, I'm happy that they got to this point where I feel like they're really set apart and are unique in their own way. So, am I still going to crap on Rangers? More than likely. Yes, it's still fun. But I'm happy with them. I may honestly play them. So I realized I forgot to take an ending while I was doing all that. But thank you, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this video. You want some more on Tasha's, let me know. And yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Tasha's. I'm honestly curious. I really like it. Xanthar's is pretty much my second favorite installment. Obviously, I guess Player's Handbook by default will be my favorite book they have, but Xanthar is definitely my favorite that they just added. So I'd say Tasha's is probably going to be second or third, because I am really enjoying it so far. So yeah, let me know what you think, and see you on the next video. Bye.